Five, four, three, two, one. Good afternoon, beautiful ladies, wonderful gents. Good evening or good morning, however you are seeing it. What time we got today? Let me phone up. How do I start? Don't know my phone at. Oh, here we go. Phone on deck. I think I'm gonna have to do some research, and so phones on deck. Doing a little live today, and this live is just coming out of a area that I think that needs to be brought out, and it's a reality area. It's like a box. It's a reality box. It's like you got a treasure box. You got your little jewelry box. Well, I'm going to the little reality box, and the topic says, "What would happen if Cynthia G and Meeche X and others, whoever you be, who hate black men, promoted black love?" I was just, like I said, I was just sitting here thinking. I was thinking about myself, thinking about a lot of these live streams and people in their panels, and thinking about how we always thinking about something. It's very good to think about something because when you think about something, you might come up with a resolution. So I was thinking about all the job that we be talking about one another, and the hatred that comes from it. So what I was thinking about was solution, how we can bring a solution. Sometimes you just gotta go to the blueprints. Sometimes you gotta go to the old blueprints. So when you go to the old blueprints, you say, how did they speak? How did they speak about one another? How did they speak about one another in the 60s? How much down talking did they do in the 60s? If we had internet service in the 60s, how would they have been using their internet service in the 60s? What would the conversations been with the ladies to the men in the 60s and the men to the women in the 60s? I mean, really, our black people. So I say, I believe they've been using this a little bit differently. I believe there would have been a different type of love if the internet service was 60s. It would have been a different type of respect. It would have been a different type of panel discussion in the 60s if we had internet service, if we had Zoom, and if we had, YouTube and Facebook in the 60s, if we had the technology we have now in the 60s, what would have been the conversation when it came to black man and black woman and black woman to black man? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we know for a fact it would be nothing like the conversation that we have nowadays. We know for a fact that it would not be the type of hatred that spews from the mouths and from the hearts and the mind of people. Now, we all can be victims of the snake tongue, and we can all be victims of this heathen mentality, this savage mentality of viewing people and looking at one another and then voicing opinions on it. But yet and still, the reality is, if we follow the blueprints of the old and just say, what if they have this technology that we have? And if we follow if we make our own diagram of what, or, a little blueprint of how they would react to this technology, we know that their tongues would not be lashing half as bad as us. It would be nowhere near the way we go at each other. If they really could talk to us right now, they would be like, yo, what in the hell are y'all doing? So I say this strongly for you to all understand that this is important. So the topic is, what would happen if Cynthia G and Meeche X and others who hate black men promoted black love? Now, I have their names and title because they individuals who I've come across their timeline. They come across my timeline. And I remember Meeche X out of nowhere. She popped up back in maybe like 2019 or something like that. I think it was 2019 when I was in New York, 2019 or something. And I was seeing her, she was maybe even earlier. She was had beef with Umar, and this is at the time before I was at the school. And man, this dude got so many people who was coming at him. And so listen to her talk and listen to her points, because this is before I was at the school. This is me really paying attention to whatever that I was paying attention to at that time. And I was like, yo, these people coming at him. But at that time, I believe he still had some valid points. He, standing strong on being a black man, very important. But I was listening to her mouth at that time, and I just couldn't really get through it, whatever her points were, because her points was so hidden from such vulgar negative energy. And I was like, where did this negative energy come from? It just can't be this Umar dude. It can't just be him. She don't know him. And so I'm like, where did this negative energy come from? And it's a black hate that's been self-taught. It's a black hate that's been not just self-taught, but been passed down. It's a black hate that's also been advertised and promoted. And then, like I say, when you have a push for power, I need you to understand power is about color, and power is about age, and power is about gender. And then when you look at gender now, it was male gender, and now it's the whole transgender world of whatever genders that comes with. So now that's a whole bunch of different genders, but yet and still the main gender is male and female. And so when you look at this main battle of male and female gender, where do it really go? Because it's all about power. And in this day and age, from the 60s to now, when you have people like Elaine Brown and a lot of these civil rights leaders and these people in the Black Panther movements and just these very strong, outspoken, wise individuals, especially the ladies, when they would have the rise of power and they were standing with the men, like with the Fred Hampton and his wife. Oh God, I hope I can get her name back in my mind. But when you have powerful women like such as Betty Shabazz and Coretta Scott King, who's standing by the men and being able to speak, where did that? It went to a different type of power. It went to a Jezebel spirit. I'm gonna stay on that. It went to a Jezebel spirit of power, and it went from the power of unity and love and respect to a power of control, and we demand your respect. You're going to give us respect. And it went from an enemy to an internal enemy, which they made us become our own enemies. They made gender become their own enemies, male against female, female against male. They did it with movies. Always show a black man slapping a woman and not taking no nonsense. But in reality, during slavery, who was doing the slapping of the black woman? I believe they mimic what they see. And it became internalized that this is the way to control her. They watched the master do it at that time. If you're going to blame it on the enemy. If you're going to blame it on the enemy, and always keep it on the enemy. And once you can have a focus like that, you will get a real victory. Slavery was a system to teach. And once we stay focused from that time, from 1865 to 1965, and from 1965 to this present day, you will see the teachings of a spell, of a curse, of an evil that's working. And all it takes is you to talk the right talk, walk the right walk, and live the right living. And I guarantee you, love will happen. So let's follow a blueprint. From 1865 to 1965, you had people who was talking. You had our women who was talking. What was they talking in 1965? 100, well, not 100 years ago, but yeah, 100 years after slavery. 100 years after some harsh, wicked times. What was they talking? How did they feel about their men? If they had internet, what would their conversations and their panels be about the black community and the black man. So I just want you to imagine, everyone become their own author right now. Everyone become their own director right now in your head, in your imagination, and create your own novel. And tell me what you think the conversation will be of black women, and black men, African women, African men, indigenous men, indigenous women. What you think their conversation will be with the internet service of everything we have right now in their time, right in there. Bing! What would the conversation be? Take a little time out to think about what they're coming. What you would it be? Would it be you ain't shit? Or it would be I love my black man? Would it be you a dog? Or would it be my kings? And this is coming out of hard times of some okay, you women, I'm talking about they keep using this modern day time women, modern day women. You women of these times. When shit get rough, and I'm talking about rough, nigga can't get you no cigarettes. He can't get you no Hennessy. He can't get you no weed. When things get rough, he can't get you no pills. You gotta move on. Well, we talk about times where it was rough, where you didn't have your freedom, you have your dignity. And 100 years later, what was they saying? How would they be talking about their men coming from that time of roughness into this time of roughness? 1965 is still rough. We hungry, starving. Are they dogging the men out to dog them underneath the concrete? Huh? Or are they trying to murder the men? Huh? Wake the F up. Because if we want a change, we must follow a blueprint. Let's not try and create a blueprint. Let's not try and create a document. Let's try and follow a blueprint. Like I said, it's about power. It's about gender power. Ladies, you want the power? You want the power? Huh? You want the power? Well, let me tell you what starts with power. Meeche, she was it Meeche? Yeah, Meeche. She said something about the Israelites, forming, and she was like, "Oh, you can hoop and holler around, oh, they formed, they came together." But she started flipping the script, like someone gave her a check and said, "Well, where they be, when it comes to marching the communities, blah 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 blah." You know what I'm saying? We always could do that. But ladies, where's your army? You want power, right? Where's your army? Okay? I want to see, I ain't talking about no rowdy, dumb, wild chicks. I ain't talking about some chicks that's walking in the street, talking about grab my coochie, grab my pussy with the million or the women marching. I ain't talking about them saying F Trump. I want to see order. Where's your army at? Because you want power, right? So you got to really understand what I'm telling you at this second. Get on top of this game right now, because I'm giving you game. Fall in position. There's a blueprint out there. Fall in position. Do I need Beyonce to come out and do a halftime show? A fall in position? Because there's no disrespect. Because even if you got your little army, still fall in position. Because there's a war going on. We're not safe. And we can't have internal Jezebels. And I'm gonna go into that because that's very important. Because I just paid attention to something because I don't be on these networks like that. And I've been paying attention. I'm like, who are these Jezebels right now leeching onto? And I seen a king that they leeching on. This like I say, man, I'm here to clean shit up right now. I gotta clean it up, folks. I'm here to clean it up. Y'all gotta get your act together because I'm here to clean it up. There's gotta be someone that's calling out for what it is, not for how they really see it, but for what it is. And these judges found a body to leech on, to become a parasite on, to climb up in rankings, to get more exposure, to use as a catalyst, like the movie Alien, use as a body to leech on, to just suck and moving through this body. And I see it, and I was like, yo, say it's not so. And this is how a lot of us men can get caught. We get caught with this type of female, this type of woman, this type of spirit, this Jezebel shit. And like I say, when it comes to power, they do what they have to do to gain the power, and they will crush you at the very end, and they will crush you as getting the power, and they will crush you and put shades on your eyes where you don't even see that they're crushing you. And the best way to shade a man's eyes is to give him a couple of dollars. And I'm a little disturbed because we have to wake up, and when I say call this as what it is, we have to see it for what it is, folks. It's a lot to really get into, but like I said, this is 1,000% of spiritual freestyle I'm kicking right here, right now, today. I don't sit here and be trying to like clickbait and see what I want to talk about. The reality just comes to me and it speaks, and then I just know what I have to talk about. And what I have to talk about is, if these individuals hope love, where will we be? But like I said, there's a Jezebel spirit. When people see those dollar signs go across that shit, when people getting money and people see how we can swindle and scheme, and y'all like the scam shit and scam one another. That was my worst fear of coming out, because I know we will always look at any and everything as a scam. You would look at my program as a scam. Yep, that's my number. You would look at me as me scamming my young people. It's not no rhyme book. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no rhyme book. This ain't no rhyme book. Okay? This ain't no rhyme book. We not rhyming in here. We putting together plans, planning, scamming. Not scamming, scanning the whole area, not scamming. Scamming the system, not scamming us. Big line. Planning, scanning, because that's in the rhyme, but yeah, scamming. Hood politics, that's the first page. Hood politics. I'm gonna tell you something. This is before I had a YouTube channel. I was trying to do my talk shows way before, man. This is notes. We have archives of notes and projects for these young people to implement for these young people, to create employment for these young people, to do things in the duplicated different system, to scam this system. But we scan in the area. We looking back. And we seeing which areas we can go down, rabbit holes we can dip down, that we can dip and get the resources out of. Oh yeah, folks. So, like I say, we love this word scamming. We always want to say he's scamming the system, he's scamming the people, he's scamming the community. We need to learn how to scam this mother effing system. And the biggest scam that we could do with the system is coming together. Oh yeah, he's going in. And the way you come together is you stop that nigga talk. You stop that nigga talk. What I love about me is I like to keep it real. We ground zero. Let me get it right here. See, we still got, we ain't walking around bragging about, see, let me get it. Hold on. We ain't walking around bragging about the beauty of my home and my pockets and what I'm making. We still got the holes in the wall. Understand what I'm saying? This is real grinding. So I got some videos I want to get into because, and even the videos I didn't study, it was just something I just clicked on. And only just need 2 seconds to be able to see, because we got to go back to power and the Jezebel spirit. So, okay, before I even go into that, I have to set it up. Because when I say the Jezebel spirit and they found the leech, they found a body to leech onto. These individuals, that's what scared me. Both of the individuals did it. And I'm trying to decipher, is it good or bad? Was it Jezebel? And it just hit me ASAP. Now that's Jezebel. They really have to prove they're not Jezebel. Because like I say, if you women want the power and everything, it's about gender against gender. We men, we have to stand forth with our men and grab them up in the huddle and be like, yo, bro, you gotta watch them. I know they're beautiful, but you gotta watch them. Yeah, I know, yo, dad, I know. Ooh, she's so good, she's so yeah, fuck that. A word, she some word, fuck that. You've been around money before, right? Okay, so F that. Don't get caught up with that. And we can have a conversation about this. And I think we need to talk about this more, because I'm going to open up this door for the conversation. I don't have to have a large crowd. I don't have to have a massive amount of views on my lives every time. I don't have to be monetized, but I know my words will reach to the right people at the right time, because this is the right time for us to start spreading love and getting it together. And it takes tough love for it to happen. So I'm going to open this door, because a lot of you brothers out there on these YouTube streets got to understand the Jezebel spirit, how you will be used for them to boost themselves up while they still are crushing you. And it's funny how they do it. Because as I'm watching, my third eye is hearing, my third eye is seeing, my spirit is seeing and hearing at the same time. And as it's going on, I'm knowing what you're going to say and do before it happens. And I'm like, ooh, this is now getting nervous. That's why I knew I had to do this live. Now, in my walks in life, I meet people. And it's weird who I meet, how I meet them, where I meet them. It just be weird. I met this brother in Brooklyn. I went to school. And there's something about him that was a little unique. And I knew it's also something about him that was a little off. I didn't know what it was. And when I mean about off, I'll talk about that another time. Not off in a bad way, but off in a bad way. Not off in a good way, but not off in a good way. Understand? It's one of those type of things. And I realized that it was going to take some time. And when I knew the paths would cross again. And so as I cross paths again, I just got to give the memo, a message out to you. Watch these Jezebels, my dude. And they in the form of men too, okay? Don't think I'm just talking about the Jezebel females. I'm talking about the Jezebel men as well. When I was at Umar school, I told Umar, yo, you gotta watch this. Because I know my eyes see. That's if I'm there, it's to become eyes for you. This is war. And so I'm letting you know that you have some male Jezebels as well that's going to try and leech on. They be little wallflowers and with this the balls in between their legs, riding your jock strap for their rides as well. And I'm telling you, Q, watch those Jezebels around you. They like this. If they so cool and have so much love, always be able to call it out for what it is, especially when you see it, because you are bright. You know you're gonna see it. Always call it out. This is your home. Call it out when that Jezebel spirit comes out and you see it. You start calling it out. So it can resonate better. But I appreciate the fact that they are supporting the school. I say, is there a hidden gender behind the support? And that's what I'm trying to see. And if it wasn't a hidden gender behind support, then they would be students of you. Because one thing as a person as myself, I know how to fall back as a person who feels he's this and fall back to be this, so I can actually become this. So if I believe I'm supposed to be up here, I know how to come down right here so I can get right here. And I know one thing when I've been listening to your lives, I constantly hear you say, you know, let's not make it such a hate issue amongst one another. If these were students and they respected you, and they don't have to be students of you, but they had that certain type of love and respect and all that other stuff where they even promote your cash apps in your school. They doing that heavy promotion. Seem one is lean one way, but yet still they come back and do totally opposite by constantly abusing and slapping and trying to destroy man. Okay, before checking their peers. See, my thing is, if they was truly, honestly focus on conversing with their own gender and addressing their own agenda on the woes of their own agenda, their own gender, female to female, so we can really get this shit together and get this right. No, they pick a fight. That would be a fight that they can just get all heathens and all Jezebels and all witches and all, you understand what I'm saying? They didn't separate. And I've been saying this for life, and it feels good to hear other women say it, but they didn't separate the bitches from the chicks, from the girls, from the females, from the women, from the ladies. There's different breeds of that gender. They didn't separate you. So like address that first. Get the bitches out of you. Get the little girls out of you before you cross the picket line and start going against that and making another enemy. You already have your own enemy. Look at Shanquilla. Moment of silence. Y'all can hateful amongst each other forever. Why can't y'all put the mirror? Why can't you put the mirror in front of your face and have that conversation with it? Oh, are you afraid that mirror? Are you afraid that mirror is going to crack? You're afraid it's just going to crack? It's going to crack. You're going to be in this that mirror. Are you afraid that the truth is going to make the mirror crack? Have that conversation before you cross that line and want to talk to man and check man. Have that conversation with your beautiful sisters. Have that conversation with your beautiful witches. Have that conversation with your beautiful bitches and your beautiful dots and your beautiful whores. Understand? That's not me. That's just the categories. Before you come over here and start dressing your beautiful niggas, your dusty bum ass niggas, your good for nothing niggas, your low down niggas, your down low niggas. Before you talk about them niggas, address them over there. And once you can truly address them over there, then you have more of a valid point in the stance to come over there to address us. Because it's always going to be a back and forth battle, and I guarantee you at the very end you will always lose because it's not balanced. That's why you will lose, because it's not balanced. And once you can comprehend that, you get it. Now, I'm saying again, Q, we need all of our men to strongly stand behind this movement of getting us to understand that men check men, women check women. When we come together to conversate, we conversate now because we already did the checking. I'll say it again. Men check men. Women check women. And once you can comprehend that, then when we come together, gender and gender, male and female, when we come together and we converse and we talk, it's not no clashing. It's truly understanding that, yo, we have actually identified our enemy and within ourselves, and now we can converse amongst one another. That's how you do it. But you think that you're going to cross some lines and bicker about this and bicker about that, and you think that you're going to get some type of victory in a conversation? No. It's never going to go nowhere without somebody feeling like they are now being over-talked, overpowered, because it's not coming at the right stance. So let's get into these videos, because like I say, I'm not just talking just out of some type of emotion. I'm talking out of some type of reality. The topic says, what will happen if Cynthia G and Meeche X and all you others who hate black men? You can say all you want. Oh, I don't hate black men. Yes, you do. You're lying. Yes, you do. You're lying. Yes, you do. You're lying. I can honestly say that the majority of the men on the planet, especially black men, don't hate black women. We lust you and love you. We love you and love. So when you put those in either direction, it's like, nah, yo, we want you. And when we don't want you, it's because you prove that you ain't worthy of being wanted around. But any woman that man really wants, she'll be around. Y'all found the ways of not being able to be around because you're not wanted no more. And that's because you made such a battle, because you talk so much hate, that even when we want to hear you, like we want to hear you, we gotta say this, we can't hear you because you. And we like, huh? What? What? And then now. Why did it have to be all that? Because the training. You think I'm lying, right? Okay. Who do I go into first? Do I do her? Or do I do her? Now, what made me touch on Meeche? Because like I said before, I was watching a few years ago, and I just definitely stopped because I couldn't even listen to it. I was trying to figure out was she friend or foe. I was trying to figure out was she really good for the movement. 2 years, 3 years go by, as I'm seeing what's going on right now, I realized that, oh shit, she don't like men. She don't like us black men. Because Oops, my bad. I mean, sometimes you just got to prove it. So I guess I'll have to prove it. And it's sad because, like I said, I had to bring up the Jezebel. I had to bring up all that other stuff because, like I said, when I went, this is my first time watching video. I'm gonna watch this video with you folks. You know what I'm saying? It's like you when you watching or listening to the music and for the first time, and some young kids, 17 years of age, and they listen to Rakim for the first time. Well, this is me listening to her for the first time in years. And this is the video I'm seeing. And I'm like, is she for black empowerment or is she for a different agenda? And I want y'all to ask yourselves this: is she for black empowerment? And when I say black empowerment, I ain't say gender empowerment. See, when our women say black empowerment, they really mean black women empowerment. It's like a 78% to 22% rate. That when they say black empowerment, they really mean black women empowerment. We as black men always have to include y'all, period. Now, if we don't include y'all, we are so the bad guy. If y'all include us, y'all are crazy, right? Like, yeah, why are you including them? We don't need them. But for us to not include you, we the bad ones. So I have this video, and this, you know, I mean, when you're using Kanye West right now, you really don't really see what's really happening. And when you use Kyrie Irving, and you really don't want to see what's happening with these individuals, how they're being put on the altar right now and being sacrificed right before your eyes for us to understand it's time to wake up and start moving right now, while we have this little bit of economic power in our hand and these voices to be heard. But no, it's about crucifixion. Crucifixion. Crucify. And so let's see. Let me see if I can get the presentation right. Oop, let me go here, share the screen. Oop. Oop. Let me see what I got over here. Kanye did this on purpose. I'm gonna share this. I hope they don't have no damn echo. I don't know, for some reason every time I share my screen, I'll be hearing echo. So if there's somebody in the chat, please let me know if there's an echo, okay? I hate when I be hearing to be a freaking echo. The funny thing is, Cynthia G, I went to one of her old live streams. It was like a 2-week-old live stream. I was trying to see what I want to look at. So I was looking at the different titles and I picked one. And I was listening to it for a second. And the people, I'm like, yo, you got a little echo. And then someone said in the live, in the live chat that she had an echo. And she thinking that someone's trying to fuck with and trolling. Like, the bitch is her head is so high in the air and so much in her ass crack that she don't even know that people's really know. We ain't trolling. We trying to hear the shit right. You either got nothing in this room where it's just empty, or it's an echo in the machine. But she's like, well, if someone else say my in the chat that there's an echo, I'm going like, bitch, it's an echo. I wish everybody in the chat said it was an echo. So if I have an echo, no, I did just to say, if I have an echo, please let me know. Okay, please. All right, so we're gonna play this. I'm going to start off right here. This is, I watched 15 minutes into it, and then I stopped it because she was talking about something. I got to remember what she was talking about. I didn't write no notes. And then from here, I'm going to go backwards from right here because I stopped. I said, okay, let's go back maybe like 10, 20 seconds in, and then I'm going to talk about this, and I'm going to go back to the beginning. All right, so this is only 15 minutes in. It's 2 hours and 3 minutes. So, I mean, this is a long live stream, you know what I'm saying, for me to really go into. So I'm going to do a series on this. We need these two light-skinned chicks to start talking the right talk. It's not getting nervous from the light-skinned black woman now. That's why I pulled up Elaine Brown. I got Elaine Brown as well, folks. Okay, I have Elaine Brown as well that I would like to I have a Lane Brown that I would like to bring up on the screen too. Let me before I even play music. Okay, let me before I even play music. Before I even go into the spew, let's just I'm showing you, you know, this is my light skinned black woman. Okay, shout out to my light skinned black woman. So I'm gonna stop sharing that screen. We'll go to this light skin. Pull this girl up. Where you at, shorty? Shout out to the light skinned black sisters. Okay. All right. Oh, shout out to the light skinned black sisters. All right. Remember school days? Shout out to the light skinned black sisters. I mean, you're always gonna have one of the black sisters who talk the revolutionary talk, but at the very end, you gotta look at her the way she's moving. There was a movie with the girl who's playing uh Creed, who's playing Creed's wife, you know, his wife. What movie was that she was in? And you know, she was in college, and she was an activist, and she was going hard on the white folks and going hard about racism and going hard. But then when she come back to doing, she had a white boyfriend she was sleeping with. That movie really was her opening to the Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? Sleeping with a white guy in the movie. That's how she really got in the gate. Okay, what's up with our light skinned blacks? You know what I'm saying? Halle Berry. So I get nervous of them. I love my women, but I get nervous of them because I don't know what side of their brain is talking. Because black women have always been the black man's welfare. That's the topic. That's her title right here. So I said, whoa, let me go right here. Now, just off of that itself was like really sad because, okay, I was reading some of the comments and you know, they were talking about welfare itself and the recipients and how welfare became the new black or new family, new male in the household. And so welfare became the new man in the household. And then you have people trying to change that whole narrative and make it seem like, no, we're just getting rid of all the low life niggas that was in the household. Well, going back to where I'm still trying to get you to understand, that was a come up. And if the mentality was right, if the organizer was right, if the people really took into the organizing and understood the movement in the 60s, when all that shit was coming out in the 70s and 80s, where their welfare was really at an all-time high in our communities for black folks, when we got that, we supposed to already know how to been hustling that shit. Especially if we had black businesses, we were supposed to be hustling that shit to the best of our ability. The same way we're doing it now, we're supposed to be doing it on a higher level then. We're supposed to be getting all the benefits, getting the housing, and doing everything we could do. And that's why I'm going to tell you what's so sad. Everybody want to knock drug dealing. They always want to criticize drug dealing. But drug dealing is one of the black community's most prosperous businesses. And that's so sad to see. And it's because people know that if it gets going, it's going to be a real profit. But when it comes to people, when they want you to invest in their idea, their plan, their project, their dream, it's so much harder. But something that they know that all the damage is going to be caused, but it's going to be a profit. It's easy to get people to give up their apartments. How many apartments was given out? How many welfare apartments from 1975 from 1965 to this present day has been given up for drug dealing. But you couldn't. It'd be hard to get them to let you operate your studio or your print shop or something like that up in there. You know what I'm saying? But drug dealing. Oh yeah, nah. You can have that room. Oh no, but the kids. I'm gonna go pick the kids. They go right to the room. Prostitution, huh? Oh yeah, prostitution. Mm-hmm. See, the girls don't think it's just about oh the drug dealing. Yeah. No, what about prostitution right now? All time high right now. You know how many people I done came across who said, oh, they renting out their room to some chicks as they getting money? Like, damn, this is crazy. This is crazy. So when I speak of Jezebel Square, I see it so much and hear it so much. It's like, damn, man, you're not getting me. That's why I be single. Because I know the demon trying to stop his soul, the soldiers from really coming out there to really to stop the big scam. There's a big scam that has to go on. Like I say, there's the big scam is the big payback. We're gonna get our shit. I'm back in the cut planning, scanning, like I said, for the big payback. So yeah, it's gonna send all agents out for those individuals who's really on course. But I ain't getting caught up. Yeah, we got what it say? Black women has always been the black man's welfare. If our black women has been hustling that shit right, man, we will be up in our communities. We'll be up. Every time you take, I gave this girl a cab fare. She gave me what $23, and the first thing I dropped off was she had some money on EBT card. Now I called to somebody. I said, "Yo, I got somebody who got some money on the card, but they wasn't in the area. They was out of town." And then I said to myself, "Damn, I could take it, but I ain't feel like going all the way back to my crib to get my money because I ain't had the money on it." But then I was like, how am I really going to? I don't know like that for me to hold a card because I don't really need to go shopping right at this second. I did it before with this one person, but they came to the shop where I worked at, and so it was he just had to come back and pick it up whenever I was done with it. And so with this chick, it's been a little bit more difficult, but she had like 400 on it. She wanted to just get 200. So, ladies, let's do some math real quick. You want to complain, like I say, if we talk the right talk, if we talk the message of what I'm saying, what would happen if Cynthia G and Meeche X and others who hate black men, who can see all the wrong of black men, who can actually put that in the freezer real quick to teach black men how to really do it in the right manner, in the right words, in the right energy, if you said the right things. Meaning that you went to your women and you talked to your women of what to do to get the black man in the right lane and right order, right position, how to play their parts. If you talk that talk, I guarantee you we win much faster. But as long as you try to talk that separation of gender, you are the coons of the fucking year. I think I have some new coons of the year, folks. 2020, 2021, we had coon of the year, which was Leonard Honor. I think I might have some new candidates for coons of the year. So as the month of December come in, I'm going to start the coon of the year again, and this time I think I have some female nominees. I have some female nominees for coon of the year. Coons don't discriminate. So let me take this down real quick, and let me put up this face real quick. Oops. Let me put up this face real quick. Where's that? Bam. Let's share this real quick. Boom. Okay. Let's close this up. Something. Boom. Okay, let's go back to me real quick. Bam. Okay. So now we have this. Now we have this picture right here. We have this light skinned, fair skinned woman in her natural form. She has hair. She has a lot of hair. See her hair in her natural form. No makeup. In her natural form. And I wonder what she's talking about. I wonder what she's going to say with the cameras on her to her audience. Do we go to her first or do we go to Meeche? Do we go to her first or do we go to Cynthia? Well, if we follow the blueprint, man, let's just set this up the way we got to set it up. Let's just go into the way we got to go into it. Let's just do it the way we got to do it. Yeah. Hold on, my bad, folks. My bad. So let's just do it. Oh, okay. I think I know how I wanted to do it because someone had said something, and then she basically answered what the woman said. So yeah, I got it set up because they're going to be kind of talking to themselves, and I believe Elaine going to be giving them the answers. Okay, I believe that's how I had it set up. Okay, I knew it was a method to what I was doing. Okay, so let's just hear what Meeche had to say real quick. Let me exit Miss Elaine off. Bye bye, Elaine. You can bounce real quick. And so now let me share this chick real quick. And let's let you talk. Like I said, I gotta hear what she's saying so I can know how far back I gotta go, and then I'm gonna go to the beginning. Because like I said, the way I look at Jezebels they use, especially the female Jezebel. Like I said, men are Jezebels too, but the women Jezebel, they will use a man's power to get the power that they need, and then at the same time, like like the some of these insects, these female insects, how they just eat you, they kill you, like the Black Widow. You know what I'm saying? The next thing you know, you're dead, or they dead you in some other type of form or fashion, or they be deading you right in your face, and you don't know how to be deaded because like your sister. How you gonna big me up so much in one sentence, and at the same time try and belittle others? That's not real productive community building. So let's see what she was saying.
When she does bad, don't cry about nothing. Because if you will not take those baby steps, I don't expect you to do any real thing. This is why we won't protest right. We won't ride in this motherfucker like we should. We won't withhold our money. We won't boycott. We won't hold no water. We just pissing on ourselves. We got the weakest black when it comes to black empowerment. This is simple shit, y'all. And if you can't do this, I will never expect your ass to do any goddamn thing else. At all.
Okay, so I'm like I said, I don't know what she was saying. I'm gonna go backwards to end up to that point at all, because like I said, something she was saying before, and I said let me stop right here and I'm gonna go back. But I wanted to hear what she was saying at the very end, and I just said let me stop right there because that'll be a good place to stop. So, folks, now let me rewind a little bit because, like I said, it was something I wanted to comment about before I go into the whole thing. Like I said, this is a long, just 2 hours, but it's a lot of hypocrisy. It's a lot of like contradictory conversation going on here because, like I said, if she would really focus on what the issues is amongst her gender, but it's like a church. The pastor won't talk hard on the women because he know that if he talk too hard on the women, he's gonna fuck up his money. So if this woman is banking off her little businesses and her subscribers and talking this talk, she's getting a lot of women that's coming in that's giving her finances, and a lot of these corny ass beta dudes who's giving her finances because they follow that mama talk. My mama was a single mom. My mama, yo, who gives a fuck? That means that someone that was doing shit wrong and maybe daddy he died. Shouldn't have been cooking all them damn chitlins and grease. Shouldn't be giving all the sugar. Shouldn't have been allowing all the cigarettes and tobacco and alcohol. You know what I'm saying? And that's the conversation that we have to have as families, and man on man and woman on woman. Yo, you don't need that pack, man. You don't need that pack, dog. Smoke too much. Sister, your hair stink every time you went and you smoking these cigarettes. You know it's going. You know your coughing sounding crazy. There ain't nothing here. It's nothing worse than hearing a female with that cigarette cough, that smoker's cough. She all pretty and she do that smoker's cough. And then she spit.
So just keep that in mind. Take it out. You want to shoot it, wear it. If it fits you, I hope you will take it off. No, stop wearing it. Okay.
So, like I say, your words, we're gonna go on your words. You wearing the shirt saying freedom. And it's like, yo, we can do so much promoting of falseness. What is freedom? What is freedom to you? Because the conversation of how we talk is going to put us back into slavery. Our talk have to be more role modelish. Our talk have to be more of a respect level. So now let me go back so I can get you on the grass, inside the grass I'm on.
Send the site to somebody else. Share it on your social media pages. Do something, right? So I'm gonna ask everybody that's watching. You hear this, so be accountable. You can say fuck it and I do it, and then I want you to shut the fuck up when white supremacy beat your ass, right? I want you to remember that you weren't willing to even do this. Because it always concerns me that we talk about getting free, but we won't do simple shit like swallow a black business. If there's nothing that you see there, can you just share with your family and friends? Can you put it on?
Okay, yeah. Okay. You know, okay, that's what it was. Okay, I knew I wanted to get the thought back. That it was right at that point right there. She's all about supporting black businesses. It sounds good, right? Hold on. That shit sounds good at that point, right? I hope I wonder if I was sharing it. Was I sharing it? Damn it! I hope I. Rewind it because that's important. So we'll do this in.
She got furniture stores. We got not all kinds of stuff. So check out all down there. And if you're not going to buy something from them because it's not something maybe.
Okay, I want y'all to glad stop it.
It's time for gift giving. Give somebody else. Right? Or you can turn around and you can just send it to somebody else. Share it on your social media pages. Do something, right? So I'm gonna ask everybody that's watching. You hear this, so be accountable. You can say fuck it and I do it, and then I want you to shut the fuck up when white supremacy beat your ass, right? I want you to remember that you weren't willing to even do this, because it always concerns me that we talk about getting free, but we won't do simple shit like just follow a black business. If there's nothing that you see there, can you just share with your family and friends? Can you put it?
Now, me being a small businessman all my life, okay, this is what I want you to understand. I'm the icy man. I'm the ice cream man. I have my carts. I have some carts. I could be on the block. I could be at my location, and everybody know I'm here. And then this little Spanish woman will come, and she would come out of nowhere and park up near me, and then they would support her. and walk by me. And they see me every day and they support her and walk by me. No matter what, it's always a gender thing. It's not even a black woman, black man. It's a gender thing. So as long as we have our women constantly talking badly, as long as we have our black women constantly talking and hate and talking negatively about us black men, do you know how hard it would be for us to support black businesses, especially when you got a black man who's trying to open a business and you got competition of a Chinese restaurant right there and a Spanish restaurant right there. It's going to be hard for him to rock out because they're always going to find ways to critique him, tell him that he's too much, tell him he's giving too little. Oh, I don't like your attitude. I ain't supporting you. Because of the hate that they are naturally being taught. The level of hate that we teach don't allow us to spend our money. And that's what I mean. So I had to pause right there because I was like, yo, she don't really get it, because as long as you constantly talk about this man and this nigga and this is what she said, this nigga and that nigga and this nigga and that nigga, as long as she niggering this out, we would never seduce our black girls. We would never grow our businesses. We would never be able to have black hotels. We would never have black gas stations. We would never have black supermarkets, because the hate that majority of our black women teach our black females and our black girls to make them become black bitches. And once you can understand that, that's one of the levels of black enterprising, to stop the negative hate. So it's funny because I'm rewinding, because like I said, I had to pause at that point because I was listening to her talk and I let her talk over that 15 minutes. But in between that, what led to that was her bigging up Cuba, the school. Okay, so like in this first 15 minutes, she tried to set this. Okay, she said, let me set this up so it don't look like I'm about to male bash. So let me big up Cuba. He doing good things in community. It's easy. Yo, look, man, it's easy to say, oh, he doing good things. Get the fuck out of here, folks. And I'm not saying on behalf of him. I'm just saying on behalf of, it's easy for us to get caught up in saying that, oh, someone's doing something good just because someone's actually doing something. And they can talk what they're doing. It's easy to really say these things. But she says she has her child involved with the school. So she bigging the man up. So that's why she's a real. When I first watched, I was like, is she for the community or not? But at this point right now, I'm going to say she is what a Jezebel is, because she's not really for the community. She's for who she is. She's for her. She's using that to build her little tornado. See, it's destruction. And as she get her tornado, her twister, the spin is just knocking everything over in her sight to get to a position that she needs to be in for her. And do I know it? No. Do I know what she's doing? No. But I know what she's saying. And whatever she's saying overshadows whatever she's doing, because whatever she's doing, to me, would not really be really for males and boys and shit like that. Because she don't speak that positive energy that I'm hearing. Now, I'm gonna rewind so you can hear. You be like, oh, but she's bigging them up right now. How the fuck are you gonna say that? Because like I said, I didn't watch this video, so I don't know what is going to be said throughout this video. 100%. But it's going to be another hour and 45 minutes of conversation. So you might be tuned in early, then you might tuned out, then you might come in at the end, but you be like, yo, but she said this and she bigged up this one individual, but at the same time, she just murdered 200 others, 2,000 others. Because I think this is the same interview that she even talked about the Israelites. And it was at least like a few hundred of them out there. So in this one video, she just, with her tongue, just took a sword and just cut like 1,000 soldiers. As she bigged up one, just so that this one that she knows has a voice and be a voice and can slap her down, she put him on ice, or tried to put him on ice, because I don't know his thought pattern. I don't know if he's being able to see things for what he should or could, or whatever case may be, or how I see it. But the way I see it is that this is a Jezebel. I'm gonna prove it. I'm gonna prove it with Miss Elaine Brown. I don't know Elaine Brown either. I don't know what she talks. She probably talked that talk too, but I don't know. I'm about to go listen. I'm going to hear it. But let's just hear this girl real quick, a little bit more. There's anybody in the chat that would like to come and holler to Dawn? You know Dawn want to hear from you. The Stinky Linky's in the chat. The Stinky Linky's in the chat. Let me know. Let me know what you think. Let me know if I'm like a little bit off. Let me know if I'm a little bit on. Help me out, because like I say, I'm not paying attention to a lot of stuff. I'm just peeping what I'm peeping and seeing what I'm seeing and speaking what I'm speaking. Let me know if I'm off. How off I am or how on I am. Holla at your boy. Let me go back to this woman's video. Because like I said, I listened to it, I was like, I didn't, at the very beginning, a few years ago, I couldn't grasp it. But as I'm listening to her to this day and age, right now, she still sounds like she has a great deal of hatred. And it's kind of nervous. Okay. So let's now go a little bit. I'm going.
If you produce strawberry, but you fucking producing grapes, what the fuck are you doing? So I'm not talking just because you show up with something. If it ain't a fucking tangible for the nigga who scream that all the time, the question is, what good does it do us? Don't care if somebody builds some shit. If you're not building nothing that's getting us to where we need to go, shut up. But we love giving our money to that shit.
See, they're all throughout here is taking jabs at different individuals. So let's just go back more. Like I said,
you know what I'm saying?
Like
for the past month, I've been putting up websites. I've been starting businesses. God, I know I can't speak. I got a real life, y'all. I've been creating businesses all week. You know what I'm saying? For the past month, I've been putting up websites. I've been starting businesses. God, I know my accountant's probably tired of me. Like, if you give me another guy.
So she said the last month she's been, putting up businesses and websites and things like that for the last month. The last 2 years and 3 years, I just want to know what these people was really about. You know what I'm saying? I just want to know, are a lot of these people really internet people, or was they really trench people? You know what I'm saying? People that really was in the trenches. Like, I'm going to do a show. Like, it's time. I've been looking on YouTube and Facebook for this shit, and I'm really nervous for it. So I'm telling you, I'm getting nervous because I'm like, oh my Lord, and shit, do I really have to be that voice? I'm trying to figure out, do I have to be the voice, folks? I'm not lying to you. And what do I mean by that? I've been in the trenches for a long time, and I've been meeting different things in different organizations, and I've been in the conversation talking about reparations. And in this conversation of reparations, you have the people who talk about do it yourselves, and we can do it ourselves, and we don't need this, and we don't need the handout. Well, like I say, I was that one when I was 21 who spoke that talk too. I wish I was more smarter, doing what I thought it was, because I would have known how to play the game, this big scam. Okay, I would have been able to. We were supposed to move the big scam then, in the 90s and the early 2000s. We were supposed to move the big scam, but we had too much rebellion against what we had on our plate. So if you don't believe in reparations, you don't want reparations, like I say, I'm going to talk about the African Stock Exchange Association Development Corporation, federally chartered to do what the federal government could do, government within the government, and there's a lot of people know about it. So I'm going to talk to you about it. I'm going to just explain to you the basis of it and the requirements to get it really going. And then I'm going to make that the challenge. We have the authority, we have the power. But you know what's going to stop everybody? Oh, what religion is it? Why is it African? It's going to be all the dumb nigga shit. But like I say, we have all the tools that we need to really build. So whether we go for reparations or we do it ourselves, I'm down for whatever. Ready for whatever. That Tupac shit, go to the ready for whatever. But like I say, I'm going to talk to you about the African Stock Exchange Association Development Corporation and what it takes. And folks, if you only knew, we the generation that can move this shit so fast. And as I'm aging and knowing of it since 1997, I'm telling you that as I'm becoming an elder in this world, which I'm not, elder just to the land itself, but no, not in my body, in the physical. I'm actually in the best shape ever right now. I'm doing, yo, man, oh my God. As an elder of it, I have a duty and obligation. But yo, let me just brag real quick, yo. Let me brag real quick. I'm doing my little chart. I'm gonna have this whole page filled up. This is my little, all that I got filled out, all up. All that up gotta be with these right here. Okay. This is my sets of 50s. All right, this is my sets of 50s. I've been eating on it too, so this way see some stains. This is my sets of 50 in the push-ups. I'm about to start my dips soon. My dips and push-ups. Then I'm gonna add the sit-ups to it. But this is my 50 push-ups I've been doing. Damn, I'm trying to get this camera right. Okay. So right now, this is doing, that was a week 250. This is just a week 250. Then now I start the next week doing 500. And so next week, as of Monday, I'm starting 1,000. Okay. And then I'm gonna get up to doing 2,000 a month. I mean, not a week. Okay, 2,000 a week. No, 2,000 a day. A day. Okay. So right now, I did last week was the 250 a day, and this week was the 500 a day. Next week, I'm just gonna go straight to 1,000 a day, and the week after that, I'm going to 2,000 a day. Okay, because see, my birthday is at the end of December, so I want to see what I can do to transform my body in that time frame. Okay, so that I have a hoodie, I have a sweatshirt on long sleeve, but I see the difference already. You know what I'm saying? I see the little crease. So we're going to see the transformation of me in this older age, and like I said, the ready for whatever type shit. You know what I'm saying? So we ready for whatever. That's the whole point. So if you want to get the reparations, want to fight for it, or if you just want to build, we're going to talk to African Stock Exchange Association, Develop Corporation, federally chartered to do everything the federal government can do. This is not that's live though, okay? But you're gonna have to listen to those. The soldier don't have to have a suit on. The soldier don't have to have all the credentials that you think the soldier can have to have. The soldiers just have to have the memo. And I've been in the trenches, folks. I've been in the trenches. I hope that you're really taking heed to what I'm saying. So I'm talking to you, ladies. What would happen if Cynthia G and Meeche X and others who hate black men promoted black love and stopped that black hate? We must end the black hate dialogue. So it's going to take tough love to do so. And I'm bringing tough love to you right now to get it through your thick ass, light skinned heads to cut the shit out, because it's going to start making me think that you are demonically possessed. Because what you think that you might be doing, no, the reality is that you're trying to Jezebel your way up a platform using a certain type of hate. If you want to build, Don't be looking outside. Where the niggas at? They not build. You have the platform to build. And they ain't talk about build with your women. Learn to build with the men. I told you right now, you need to be addressing the issues with your women and pointing the fingers at the women, and then come to the table to build with us. So if you want to build, learn to build with us. That's the key. But it's easy. This is what I'm saying. It's easy to be like, oh, you ain't doing this. Oh, it's easy to do all that shit.
Goddamn LLC to register Thursday. It's not because I'm scared to say shit, you know, but I'm mad they took my video down. Like at the end of the
honestly, it was a lot that I wanted to hear, because like I said, she said some things at the beginning as well. Now she's gonna say something right here. It's gonna make me, that made me a little bit pissy. And I'm gonna get pissy at a whole lot of y'all niggas, okay? And I'm gonna rewind, then I'm gonna let her say it, and then I'm gonna get at all y'all mother effers. I'm about to go on all y'all, okay? I'm about to go on every single one of y'all who do this.
See, maybe Thursday. You guys, and we can have this conversation offline, right? You can click the link. I'm mad they took my video down. Like at the end of the day, you can take my shit down, but bitch cannot have it. Nobody recorded it. It's gone. And I think that was a very good video. I think it was a lot of information in there. And it really makes me angry when that and I don't have the video. Right? So I don't want talk about some of this stuff on here because they just turn around and take that shit away. You know? Once YouTube or any platform suspends me, I want y'all to know I go on with my life. Other like people like to
I'm gonna rewind.
Right? They love to be online. They're gonna be the next special thing. They just recorded it. It's gone. And I think that was a very good video. You can click the link and we can go into that live tomorrow.
Say what you were saying, Shirley.
I don't know if I talk about it here, you guys. Maybe I'm going to now go back and revisit that stuff, right? Because what I said is all coming to the light now. But there are some things I want to.
Damn it.
Because I didn't even cuss about in the chat. Like that. I didn't really focus on the group of people you're not supposed to talk about too much.
Right there.
But I talked a lot about how
that right there. Yo, that right there. This is why I don't have no respect for her and anybody else. That right there. Whether you male or female, I don't have no respect for you. If you can other nigga, bitches, nigga, fuck you, and nigga, if you can do all that, but you say this, or the people that you can't talk about, if you can do that, you automatically disqualify yourself from talking. You don't sit at the table of being heard. She just disqualified herself. Like I said, it was something that she said I couldn't get. I'm like, damn, it's going to be very interesting going through this video right here, because like I said, it's a hypocrite. It's you can't talk freedom if you can't talk freedom. Don't wear freedom if you can't talk freedom. I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. You cannot represent any level of freedom if you can't talk about a certain group of people. That totally disgusts me. And ever since they want to silence a Kanye, he ain't silenced. When do you get silenced? I'm still hearing him talk. We all still hearing him talk. So how we even uttering the word silence? By you saying he silenced, is you silencing him to yourself. They trying to brainwash you to think that we are silencing him. Every week we're gonna hear something from this man. We're gonna hear something new. That's not silencing. So don't fall into that narrative. We need to be speaking up more. Fuck it, lose your channel. And then we wake up and realize that, hey, this ain't our platform. Maybe we really do need to sit back and organize so we can have a platform that we can have more control of, so we can speak our speech and not worry about a certain group of crackers who fucking want to take your shit down. Cracking that whip on you because you're a slave. You're scared to even talk about him, but there's no problem talking about the next man. How dare you? But I'm bugging, right? That's what I'm when I talk about scamming the community. This is what I'm talking about, scamming the community. You're wearing freedom, and you ain't even talking about getting free because you're scared you're going to lose your channel because your channel has some good negative energy on it. Maybe that was the Almighty taking the shit down himself. Don't blame on the white man. Maybe he had to get that crazy shit down so it can't be heard no more. Like I said, it was something that she said way in the beginning here.
But it was interesting, you guys. I've been gone for a minute, but I will tell y'all for being gone. I got so the last Kanye video.
Now, the last video I played of Cynthia G, she said that one of her videos got taken off as well. Why are these women's videos being taken down? And what video are they? And who are they talking about? How hard are they going? What men came together and got taken down? You know, what's all really behind those things really being taken down? But both of those women had their shit taken down. These dudes a video. I know this clown Leonard on. He had one of my videos snatched off on some old faggot shit. See, y'all scared to say that faggot shit. If you don't like it, don't be it. If you don't like the word, don't be it. If you don't like the word dog, oh, you a dog. Oh, you a dog. Don't be it. If you don't like the word bitch, don't be it. If you don't like the word nigga, don't be it. If you don't like the word nigga, don't accept niggertry in your neighborhoods. It's simple. But the bottom line is to wake up and realize that we are destroying ourselves from the inside. You're not ready to come together if you constantly talk about hate. Like I said, this is real tough love. I'm listening to you, and I'm just telling you that you need to really get the mirror. So look at me. I look in front of me. Look, I'm gonna show you something. I look in front of me. And that's what I see. I see my words, I see my buttons. You know what I'm saying? Teach myself every day I wake up, I'm just looking at words. Gentleman, comfort, positive energy, stress-free, boycott. You know what I'm saying? Sean Bell, Sandra Bland, Stephon Clark, Tamir Rice. This is what I see. Tiana Jefferson. This is what I see. Philando Castile. This is what I see. Eric Garn. This is what I see when I wake up right across me. And the words say peace. So when I look in the mirror, this is what I see. I see my words. When I look in the mirror, I see my words. I see that image, which is the word. I see the words. When you wake up, you don't even want to look at yourself without making yourself up. It's an instant makeup because you don't love yourself. You don't even love the words that you say. You just believe that these words are going to be economical for you. So going back to this woman and her fear, okay, like I say, don't talk freedom. Don't talk all this what men not doing. If you can't be a real woman, a real black woman, and talk that talk. You want to fight us, but you can't fight this fight.
Would like to have with y'all. But I don't know if I do. I mean, I've been for a minute, but I will tell y'all the first half of me being gone, I got suspended. So the last Kanye video I did, I got suspended. Okay. Which was very interesting to me. Not like I'm surprised, but it was interesting, you guys. Because I didn't even cuss anybody out in the chat. You know, I cuss people out, I go off on folks, stuff like that. I didn't really focus on, you know, the group of people you're not supposed to talk about too much. But I talked a lot about how the media was lying on Kanye. So some more things have come full circle, and we're going to.
Okay, so now look. She says the media was going off on Kanye. So she said that she was defending the black man, and in the defense of a black man, they snatched off her shit. I guess that's what I'm hearing. So what that's going to back you down from constantly talking in defense of black men now? That should make you be going this whole if you coming back and that happened to you. Understand what I'm saying? Going back to my title. What would happen if Cynthia G and Meeche X and others who hate black men promoted black love? That's why I said I don't understand her. I'm confused with this woman. So if they cut your last video that you did with Kanye off, and we don't hear from you in a minute, and you come back, you should just be going on your enemy right now. Who's your enemy? Who's your enemy? If they took your video down that you was defending a black man, and this is your first time back in a minute, who are you going to go against right now? Who's the next hour and 30 minutes going to be about? Is it going to be about the common enemy that we all have? Or is it going to be about the enemy that you feel that it's best that you can comfortably talk about, that they want you to have? There's an enemy that they want you to have, and then there's a common enemy that we have. So what you going to talk about? Let's see. And that's what I'm trying to say. If these two ladies really talk the right talk, I'm not going to stay on her too much longer. I'm going to go to the other one because the other one's, oh my goodness. But like I said, this one right here is a lot to go into because me going down the road as she talk about that man and this man, I ain't even going to get to it on this live. I can't get to it on this live. It's hard to get through things on these lives because the time really goes by when you have something to say and you ain't babbling.
Now go back and revisit that. I'm not supposed to talk about. I talked a lot about how to meet. Some more things have come full circle, and we're going to now go back and revisit that stuff, right? Because what I said is all coming to the light now. But there are some things I want to talk about. I don't know if I talk about it here, you guys. Maybe I will set up a link for you guys, and we can have this conversation offline, right? And you can click the link, and we can go into that live tomorrow or something. I do have class tomorrow, so I see maybe Thursday. There's some stuff I'm not gonna say here, and it's not because I'm scared to say shit. You already know that, but I'm mad they took my video down. Like at the end.
I'm gonna rewind it for you. Because like I said, this is what's pissed me off. I'm gonna go somewhere else. No, folks, no. I'm gonna go somewhere else so we can talk that talk. Because I'm mad that they took my channel down. That's even more reason why you should be talking the talk. Don't run, don't retreat. Don't run, don't retreat. You ain't gonna run from you. You know they ain't gonna take this down, whatever you about to talk about. You know they not gonna take this down. You know you can get 300, 400, 500,000 views where you about to go with everything. But you nervous to talk about the talk that you need to talk about. This is the shit I'm talking about with us. Let's hear it one more time. This was the truth she said off the rip.
You guys, maybe I will set up a link for you guys, and we can have this conversation offline, right? You can click the link, and we can go into that live tomorrow or something. I do have class tomorrow, so we see maybe Thursday. There's something I'm not gonna say here. It's not because I'm scared to say shit. You already know that, but
I'm mad they took my video down. Like at the end of the day, you can take my shit down, but bitch, can I have it? Nobody recorded it. It's gone. And I think that was a very good video. They put a lot of information in there, and it really makes me angry when my stuff come down and I don't have the damn video, right? So that's more so why I don't want to talk about some of this on trying to take that shit away. And once YouTube or any platform suspends me, I want y'all to know I go on with my life. Other people like Tariq and other folks who want to who need this, right? And they know I'm trying to be sensitive about scam and not people. Like, that's not me. It's not me. You know what I'm saying? And your YouTube side can't speak. I got a real life, y'all. I've been creating businesses all week. You know what I'm saying? For the past month. I've been putting up websites. I've been starting businesses. God, I know my account.
This YouTube thing is not me. Like I said, I remember seeing her on YouTube in 2019, in 2020. I remember seeing back then. She was talking, going in on Uma. 2-3 years later, she's going in on Tariq, and she's going in on this person, going in on that person. So for her to say she's not with the YouTube, I beg to differ. You are with the YouTube. You say that you don't need this, prove that you don't need it. She said she's been building businesses for like the last month. So in the last 4 years, I'll plug up my laptop real quick. She's been building businesses for the last month off the clientele that she's been gaining from talking about black men. Yep. Did he just say that? Did he just say that? So you in the last 3 years, you gained a clientele of people to be able to finesse and gain some economics from. Cool. But how did you get it? From dogging black men. Talking about black men. What was you doing in the community like beforehand? Before you really start. Okay, that's all I'm trying to get us at. What was you doing beforehand before you got the clientele from what you got on the internet from talking about black men? What all happened? Because you said just in the last month you've been building businesses. Could you spend 30 minutes in really letting us know like who you really are in your real world, like you say, you outside this internet shit? And I want to just leave it right there.
Was probably tired of me. Like, if you give me another guy, goddamn LLC to register, Sydney, I might have another one for you. I've been working. And I can't wait to present the stuff that I've been doing, but I've been working, right? Doing things for the community, putting stuff together. And when it's time, you guys will see it, all right? So I don't be giving a damn.
Folks, where we at right now? When it's time we see, no, we need to see that more than anything. That's the love we need to see. We don't need to see you now talking about Tariq. We don't need to see you now talk about this. We don't need to see you now talk about that. We don't need to see you now. We need to see you now giving us inspiration and motivation to be like you. To be like you in the community. That's what we need to see every time we come on these airs. It's not for you to hate like they did with Shanquilla, because most of y'all motherfuckers got that shit. You got that Shanquilla hate in you. Honestly, she was the sacrifice that has happened with this young lady. It has definitely have to be one of the greatest catalysts that we can really use when it comes to this hate that we have. This the wake-up call. And as more and more of your ladies talk about it to one another, like, yeah, this do exist. This in the strippers, can't they vouch for that? Huh? Let's just go to the strip club. Can't they? Won't they be able to vouch for that? I can imagine how much altercations happen, like Players Club up in the strip clubs. Let alone trickling down to just regular chicks getting drunk, going out, hanging out, going to the party. So that has to be really talked about, because that self-hate, that hate is real. So like I say, if we're not using these platforms to really be building, they damn right they're gonna take whatever they don't want up off that shit. And if we just using the platforms to point a finger, no matter at what enemy, you understand what I'm saying? We want to point fingers at an enemy. What is that really getting you? If you're not coming with solutions. So once again, I will be discussing the African Stock Exchange Association Developed Corporation and telling you the requirements of what it takes for you to be members, for us to become autonomous in this country. So you told yourself right here, Shorty, you scared of the real enemy. This how you know when a person's scared, when they say, I ain't scared. Whenever this is
present the stuff that I've been doing, but I've been working like special thing. They just out here trying to be seen. The spins. I don't want to, talk about some of this stuff on here because they just turn around and take that shit away. And once YouTube or any platform suspends me, I want y'all to know I go on with my life. Other people like Tariq and other folks who want to, who need this, right? And they love to be online. They want to be the next special thing. They just out here trying to be seen, and it's about them and not the people. Like, that's not me. It's not. You know what I'm saying? Your YouTube side can't speak. I got a real life, y'all. I've been creating businesses all week. You know what I'm saying? For the past month. I've been putting up websites. I've been starting businesses. God, I know my accountant's probably tired of me. Like, if you give me another goddamn LLC to register, Sydney, I might have another one for you.
Like I say, with this video, I really want to go into it much deeper, because I got to use this video as the video of me determining, is she really for the community or is she not for the community? I want everybody to view this video. This video is the video that everybody, if you view this video, go check her video out. Go check Meeche X video out. And I want you all to let me know. Come back to this live stream, and just go in my comment section and let me know if you think that she's for the community or not. So if she's for it, put 4, the number 4. And if she's not, put 0. 40, okay? So if she's for it, put 4. If she's not, put 0. Help me out to really know if she's for the community or not for the community. Because I'm saying right now, you're not for the community if you're not talking no type of black love. And I ain't talking about gender. I'm talking about community. So when you start talking about we need to invest in black businesses, that disturbs me when you seem to be chopping off a lot of heads of any black man that comes up with any type of confidence. See, there's one thing that I want y'all all to know. When man speaks in a certain type of confidence, like a Mike Tyson or a Michael Jordan type of confidence, when you have a Kanye West type of confidence and he's black, he automatically get a H on his back where he become hated on. That's automatic. Roy Jones, you know what I'm saying? Floyd Mayweather, 50 Cent, LL Cool J. When you come out with a certain type of strength and arrogance of for yourself, which is needed, a certain type of ego that's needed. Not all the way up so high where it becomes evil, but it's a needed essence that helps others get it as well. A Tupac, a DMX. It's something that once you hear that growl, you say, oh, I'm about to do like 50 push-ups. I'm about to do some shadow boxing. I'm about to go in the studio. That's motivation that's needed. And when you women try and cut that down, it's like you taking away our spirit. Mike Tyson is not considered the greatest boxer because he was really a great boxer. Mike Tyson is the greatest boxer because he talked and he walked. But it was that talk before the walk. It was the talk that levitated us to him. It was that confidence that made us want to be like Bo Jackson. And when you, as a woman, you take that away, don't you know you're taking away the core essence and strength of your community? So once you can learn how to embrace that energy and that shit like a real cheerleaders do, you were on the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders in the 70s. You were around all these big old country white boys and their testosterone, and you still gotta stand on that field and cheer for them, no matter what, and smile and kick your legs up in the air, bend your back over and show your ass for this shit. Know how to play your roles. We ain't asked you to break your back and do all that. We just asked for you to say the right things. So now we go on to this one. So Meeche, we're gonna come back to you, Meeche. Come back. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do us a quick favor because I'm just gonna go all the way down in the middle underneath her chin and see what she's saying. So I'm at 105. Let me go right here and see what she's saying right here.
And none of the cameras across the street would have caught me and I'd have fucked up your whole back block. I guess y'all need a Section 8 bitch to tell how shit really go down in the hood when people is fucking some shit up though. Because nigga, we don't vandalize shit like that.
I don't know what you're talking about. I swear. This one right here.
I would call the police. I would ask my neighbors. Could you check your fucking camera so I could see who came by and did it? You know why he didn't do all of that? Because he's fucking lying.
I don't know what you talking about, folks.
But I'm reaching.
What you talking about?
So that we could do some forensic science on this nigga. I guarantee you. On what's his white name? What's her name? That's the girl that had the soap going out of cracker ass on his fucking album cover. What is her name? Poogie Stank. What the fuck is the bitch name? What do y'all call this bitch? Peanut. That's the bitch name. Peanut. Right? I bet you if we can forensically look into this and the police gave a fuck, I bet you gonna find that Peanut debit card 3 weeks ago. Went to Target and bought 6 bed sheets. I promise you. Tell us that. Come on, Mr. Know-It-All. You know it, so you got to know why I'm jealous. Since you said it. I just said, oh God. I need you to remember these is people that follow Tariq, okay?
Yeah, I really think that
one of you guys called in and actually was a Tariq follower and said that at the event, they did tell y'all to text a number, and the number was for y'all to be updated on what to do and things in the future. The person said when he clicked on it, it was a link for y'all to pay for a course in political training. Now, I just heard somebody say that. I believe it was on Taharka, because Taharka asked him, did he click the link to see how much it was? He said, no, he didn't go that far. He just back out. He said he thought most people did it. So what I'm saying to you, I'm just going by with somebody who says he's a Tariq follower. He said that he was there. He supports Tariq. He said he was a bit disappointed. He said that, it was a good feeling there. Now, this is a Tariq follower. And he says that at the end of the day, y'all was given a link to a number to text. Y'all text the shit, and the link prompted y'all to pay for a course. Is that true? That's what I heard yo people say. So that's what this is about. Now niggas is gonna charge you to learn how to politically do what the fuck they should have been explaining on the stage. So why didn't they explain any of that stuff to you on the stage?
Once again, when it comes to this chick, going back years ago, I could not put my fingertips on her. And to this day, I say I'm going to really have to listen to this whole video but it's just like I say, the bottom line is I still call it the Jezebel spirit no matter what. I mean, I'm not no sucker. I can't defend it no matter what, because the Jezebel spirit is using, especially if you feel men in higher places, for gains for your power. So I guess Tariq then put himself in a position that many people saying I'm gonna use him because he's still in low barrel bracket. You know what I'm saying? He's still low barrel bracket. But because most of the people is still in the other low barrel bracket, you know what I'm saying? That they trying to just get to that certain level when it comes to these YouTube streets. That they feel like, yo, we're gonna jump on him, we're gonna jump on Umar, we're gonna jump on this person, we're gonna jump on that person, because they above them when it comes to this fan base, this YouTube status, this online status. So that's the problem I really have with a lot of folks. They feel like I'm going to go after that. Why can't you still just focus on something big and better? So like I said, I'm trying to get her angle, but at the same time, we do need individuals calling these people out. But my thing is, matter of fact, I'm going to now check into you, Meeche. Matter of fact, before I say this, I want to see and investigate that you do conversation about what's that chick name, Patrice? Did you do any conversation about that Black Lives Matter chick? So I'm going to pause from you for right now, and I'm going to investigate and see what type of conversation that you have done on the chick for Black Lives Matter. So I'm gonna go to this other female, and I'm gonna go investigate you and see how much dialogue that you do with Black Lives Matter movement. And I'm hoping that you did a whole lot. And if you did, why you still not continue on that? Because where's that money? Where's that movement at? What's going on with that? Why are women not attacking that shit? But because it's a little bit out of the mainstream news. It's supposed to be out of our Black community conversation. Where's all the women that really did full articles and full stories and full coverage of that? Like you got the girls who's following the story of the Shinquilla. Did y'all really follow the story of that Black Lives Matter paper trail and follow the money and still found the money in what's going on right now? Because once we started doing it, what did the chick do? She fell back. She resigned. These guys still seem to be moving forward. So it's either that they are not doing anything wrong, or they just more colder than the devil itself. Or maybe a lot of you folks are just a little bit wrong. That's why I went down to the Umar Johnson FDMG school to get involved, but I had to realize for myself that he has a certain type of level of possession over him. He dealt with too much spirits. And the spirits, they knew me. See, he embraced a lot of dark spirits. And so why is this school not open? Because, like I said, he embraces a lot of dark spirits around him. So it's he wanted to do good, but he got a lot of dark spirits around him. So it's what it is. We go to court next week. I'll see you in court, homeboy. But his little demons seen the goodness in me. They was like, oh shit, we can't let him to be here. He's gonna do some real shit. He's gonna change a lot of these wicked souls out here. So we got to make sure that he can't stay here. But then they say, yo, we really like it with you, Umar. They parasites on him. So why that school not open yet? Like I say, we're going to find out next week, Wednesday, when that school going to open. Okay, folks? I'm going to let you know when the school will be able to open. I'm going to let you know when that school going to be able to open. I told you in 2020, the school can open until he dealt with my situation. It's 2022 going into 2023. Did I lie to you? Did I lie to you? So as of December 1st, I would let you know what the situation is and when he'd be able to open the school. Okay, folks? So back to these chicks. I don't know how I got to that. Oh yeah, but no matter what, we do need to be calling these situations out, but I'm going to investigate into you, Meeche. I'm going to really find out if you friend or foe, or you really just possess here and there and you just don't know what to be. But I tell you this much. If you want freedom, we have to build a certain level. And building a certain level don't necessarily mean running an LLC. I told you, African Stock Exchange Association Development Corporation. When I launched this, when I tell you, well, not launch it, because it's been launched, but when I tell you and let you online folks really understand what it is that it really takes, I need 7 states, 7 cities. 7 states, 7 cities, okay? We got to get organized. 7 states, 7 cities. Okay? 7 states, 7 cities. I'm going to go into more depth when I do conversations about the African Stock Exchange Association Development Corporation. But we cannot keep running and giving our resources to the same enemy that we need freedom from. We cannot keep going and giving all of our money and finances to their bank systems if we want that freedom. Meeche, I'm gonna get back to you, homegirl, because I gotta figure your ass out. Friend or foe. I'm not too comfortable with you. I don't feel comfortable with her. I don't feel too comfortable with her. I'm gonna let you know. But she got a son in Cuba to school, which is a good thing. But this one right here, let me invite her to the thing. Invite her now. Calling Cynthia G to the podium. Cynthia G to the stage. Where you at, Cynthia? Cynthia Mother effing G is in the house, folks. She looks like the plastic woman, the bright lipstick. Someone said in her chat, "Oh, you look so beautiful," and it's so sad because I'm like, "Oh, she looks so made up." Whoever seen Cynthia G, 100% like not with the makeup on and hairpiece. Whoever seen her without the Jezebel look. I go into her because she is a person who I can honestly say is just not for the community. And she even said it in her own mouth. She said when she first came on the scene, she used to talk that love and that black, but she said, F that, she done with it. What got you to have, what possessed you? See, when that happened, that means you got possessed. I'm going to go find that again. Damn it, man. I'm going to have to go find that when she said that. And then she said, but she used to talk that talk, but pretty much fuck that. What possessed you? Because now that you became possessed with, you was like, fuck love, it's about this. I was talking to my dude, my homeboy I was talking to, friend of mine, known for years. And I'm like, yo, it seemed like once you lost your grandfather, you got possessed a certain way. He was like, man, he's like, fuck that. Fuck love. It's like, who did you lose in your life that makes you say fuck love? Who do you lose in your life that makes you say, or what do this person do to you in your life that make you say fuck black men? So Cynthia, and I didn't really, like I said, I did not go into this at all, so I don't even know what's being said. Let me just hit the port. Let me hit right here.
Did a ghost person trigger? Did a ghost trigger my camera? There's nobody in the camera. But anyway, sidebar. Now I gotta figure out if there's some kind of ghost on my camera that tripped it, because the camera only triggers humans. It will only do it if it's a person. But I got a ton of videos in the nighttime talking about there's a person detected and a person lingering. It's playing the deterrent song. Literally, one of my cameras in the front of the house have a spotlight and it'll follow you around like that. The spotlight is going off too. The spotlight is going off, but there's nobody in front of. There was just nobody in the camera. So it's like, yeah, no, mine will whistle. It'll say you're being recorded. And then on another camera, it'll put a big spotlight on the person and the spotlight will follow them. Nobody was in the scene. I got to figure out what type of ghost this is.
So I couldn't even get into this one because I just got stuck right there. Because like I say to you folks, I said, there's a possession on these women. There's a possession on a lot of people. Who got possessed? People get possessed. I was just talking to a female and I was telling her that it happens. And I said to her, I said, yo, it can happen to you too. And I knew when it was going to happen. I knew it and I saw it happening. I said, damn, she's getting possessed. And it's scary when you see the shit. When you see the transformation of the possession, it's like the Howling, that movie, The Howling. Who's old enough to remember the first Howling when they was turning into the wolves and shit? You know what I'm saying? They was looking crazy. You can just see the facial transformation. You can just see the energy. You can see the whole shit that's transforming. And I saw it with her one day, and I tested it, and it was crazy because I tested it. And I don't know if this was my little wicked demon in me or what, but it was something that said, "Yo, just do this." And when I did it, it triggered it off, and I said, "Oh shoot." And all I did was I dropped money on the table. I wanted to give her some money. I wanted to give her a whole lot more for something that she did for me, but she acted real silly willy. And so I just said, all right, she want to act silly like that. So I dropped it on the money on the floor. I dropped 20 on the table and just walked away. Like, yo, I wanted to give you much more, but you acting silly. And like I said, it was some real silly shit. If I told you the real story, but this one made me realize she was getting possessed. Because what she said was like way out of the ordinary. Like, what the hell you say some shit like that to me for? I don't even want to say it. I should, but I don't even want to say it. And it was just for that 1 second, though. And so for this woman to say, "Oh, goes, yeah, woman, you better watch how you really talking." I really think she definitely possessed. She gets visited. She's telling you that she be visited. She's telling you right now that she has an exorcism that she needs to be done with her. She's telling you right here. I couldn't even get no further in this because, like I said, the title says black women has always been black men's welfare. So I'm like, let me go check this out. But I couldn't even get into the video because of this. I don't even know what she's talking about. I don't know. I don't have a clue what she's talking about in this video. Because she spent time talking about the audio. She spent time, coming in late. And then when she came in, then she just started talking about, what was down on the screen. And I wasn't looking at the time. And so I just got stuck right here. And then I said, oh, the time is ticking. Let me just go into my live. But this is what I just pulled up right before I came into the live. And then she talked about the ghost around her. And I'm telling you that she has a certain type of possession energy around her. That's not good. Remember that shit, the entity? What was that woman? Sigma. Yeah, y'all know the name of that woman. And she was raped. The entity. She was raped by this entity. I don't want that to happen to no one. That shit was crazy. But ladies, you gotta watch the spirits that you bring into your soul, your homes and everything, from the mouths and your thoughts and what you put out there. You better be careful. Be careful. Start talking the right talk and be about the right thing. That's for real, for real. So let's talk a little bit more.
But anyway, because I do believe that there are earthbound spirits. I do believe that. I do believe.
Yo, Tom, like I said, I stopped it. Wherever I started it from is where I stopped it. So I didn't go into this. And what she said, I do believe. So like I say, folks, you women are followers of these chicks. And these chicks have different spirits inside them. And these spirits have a spirit of hate. I'm listening to this for the first time. You people heard it already. And if you didn't hear it, you can watch it with me. I will be quiet. Shh.
That this camera tripping, y'all. And then on another camera, it'll put a big spotlight on the person and the spotlight will follow them. Nobody was in the scene. I got to figure out what type of ghost that this is picking up. But anyway, because I do believe that there are earthbound spirits. I do believe that. I do believe that this camera tripping, y'all. I'm telling y'all. Yeah, mine doesn't pick up animals. Mine don't pick up animals. There's literally like no animal anywhere. Like there's no animal in the like the camera has never picked up an animal. So yeah, I'm gonna do some cleansing because I haven't since I moved in here. So I'm gonna do staging and stuff when I get off of here, and probably do some other protection stuff too. But I wanted to come on here and talk about the exploitation of Black women by Black men. More specifically, I wanted to talk about how Black women have always
So now I know I said something about Uma. And I know she said it for herself. The reason why she transformed and now speaks this certain language that she's speaking, this certain tongue now that she's speaking, is because the spirit that she's by actually is being visited by probably is a woman. It's a Jezebel spirit. Okay? It's not there to hurt her. It's there just to keep fueling her. And she knows it. She already embraced it. She knows it. She talks to it. She lives with it. She just said, yeah, I know I got to do some type of cleansing. She just saying that for the people, but she lives with it. She's been embraced it. This is probably the spirit that gave her the energy that got her into the spotlight. This is probably the spirit she prayed to. That's why she even chuckles.
Been Black men's welfare.
Live streaming can be tricky, and sometimes trying to find the right.
I want y'all to know, in order for Black men to get by, they utilize Black women in some way, shape, or form.
That right there is the problem. Okay? That right there is the problem, because I'm going to get my phone and turn my phone on before you turn it on. I'm going to skip up and go to Google. Okay? I'm about to help you out real quick. I'm about to help y'all out real quick, folks. And I did this before, but I'm going to do it again. And this time, I want you to really get it in the thick skulls. Because I'm going to rewind, go back to what the hell she just said. Okay, so let me type up the word woman, definition of woman. What is a woman? I said it clear. I said that shit clear as day, and the mic don't want to answer. Why the hell not? Let's try again. The mic don't. The mic don't even want to answer. What is a woman?
What is a Woman is a 2022 movie directed by Justin Folk, starring Matt Walsh, Phil McGraw, and Jordan Peterson.
Yo, son. Yo, did you hear that? Yo, I said, what is a woman? And it's talk about a song. You can't be serious. This world is crazy right now. That shit was funny right there. It's slowing me down. Just that, even the phone discriminate. This is the definition of women. All right. See, the people who put the data in. This is what I want you to understand. You guys can use this phone shit for data all day you want. You can use it for data all day long. But I was looking at a Q Brothers live stream the other night, right? Long live stream, and this one guy was on the panel. He was talking about he got some type of math. Okay, he was talking about this math. They were talking about STEM. He was talking about this math that he kind of broke the code and he understands it. He want to teach it. And they was going in like, shut up. Where's my train of thought? I'm losing my train of thought. It was about data. And Q's and everybody on the panel, they always go to data. They go to Google. We go to Google. We go to see what I did. I went to Google. Where's one? We go to Google. But when I went to my book, and I went to the old book, in the old dictionary, and I looked at the woman, and I looked at the word man, and what it said was way different than what this say now. Because see, as long as people go to this and get their information from this now, it's whatever the data processes put into the shit. And if you have feminist movement and they want to exclude that old data out, and they don't want you to even know the old words and what the meaning is, this is the new meaning. So this is the new meaning of what a woman is. Which is valid. I keep going to the damn song. Make me go too far for what I'm going to talk about. What is the definition? So this is what the damn phone say. An adult female human being. Okay. So in the dictionary that I had, it said woman is a servant. In the dictionary I had, it said man is a servant. They serve one another. To the feminist movement, they probably didn't like that. And so that was excluded from the dictionary. It don't mean servant. But how many people during Thanksgiving Day was served by the women? Understand? So like we gotta just look at the true definition of female. So now I'm stuck on this shit for a little bit because here we go. There we go. See, no, here we go. Woman definition and meaning 7 days ago. Now, womankind, distinctively feminine nature, womanliness, a woman who is a servant or personal attendant. Okay. It's important to get back into the definition and be the definition. Once we learn how to serve one another, that's how you get the full blessings. We got to learn how to serve one another as men and women. That's the love I'm talking about. This new woman is not good. So, yeah, she was talking about some crazy shit just now. I'm sorry, folks.
Even to the degree where I want y'all to notice how while Kanye West was sitting up cyber slurping the J's, okay, while he was talking about why he wants to be a J and why he's envious of men of no color, like we didn't already know he was envious of men of no color, but he mentioned, oh, well, he's jealous and he want to be a J because of Black women. I noticed that nobody, now I haven't reacted to that video. I have not reacted to that video. But what I do know though is that in everything that Black men do, they mention Black women, whether they're attention whoring. We know that Drake is doing that. Drake's not Black, but I'm just using it as an example because he comes from a Black man. We all know Drake's daddy Black. So therefore, Drake got a Black male pathology wrapped in a white woman pathology based on who he was raised by because he had an absentee dad. We know that even Black men's biracials follow in suit and they use Black women to get by. So that's why you have Drake now. Nobody cared about Drake. Nobody said anything about Drake. Nobody mentioned Drake or his baby of no color. Yet Drake decided to use Megan Thee Stallion's name to get some clout. Now people are talking about Drake. Drake dropped an album. He probably wants some traction for that album, just like the baby did, okay? So in numerous different ways, and these are just examples of numerous different ways in which Black men exploit Black women. Now, I'm going to try to go through these videos of Black men pimping Black women, but before I do that, I want to go over some history so you will understand why. Because there is this narrative out there that somehow Black men were once these strong family men, these providers, these protectors of Black women, and then somehow Black women turned on Black men, decided they wanted welfare instead, and just basically said, you know, to hell with a family dynamic, I don't care nothing about that. You know, I want some welfare. I want an EBT card. I want my movements to be tracked by the government. I don't even want to be able to really afford my home because nobody can afford anything on welfare. Now, Black men didn't go and overturn the man out of the home rule since they wanted to be in a home so much. Black women did that. A Black woman did that. Now, when Themis reviewed the case, King v. Smith, I didn't know that the woman, King, in there, I didn't know that she was actually chasing a struggle man. I didn't know that. Now, that tells me Black women ain't never had no standards. That tells me Black women ain't never had no expectations or no boundaries, because you will lay up with a married man who ain't providing with his kids, and then you won't even require him to pay for your children. Okay? That's been the dynamic. Black men ain't never been family men.
So she just attacked Black women who actually lusted and loved Black men, period. You know what I'm saying? But she, like I say, if you stay focused on a real enemy, then you have a real audience. So slavery has done a number on our Black women, and the pimping that the slave master has done. See, but no, she blamed the Black man. Everything's the Black man, but she's not getting it. Like, go on the system itself that corrupted the man himself to keep him refueling the system without the system being on top of it. But don't blame him, blame the system. And once you can get that, then you can move to the next level. I can't stay on this chick too long because she really do make me sick. So I'm going to pause from her for 1 second because I want to see if I'm bugging the fuck out. Let me see if I'm bugging out. So I'm going to present one last person, and see what the hell she's saying. What comes out this woman's mouth? Oops, I messed up. Hold on, folks. Sorry. Let me do this right. Everything out that chick mouth is really, really hateful.
Such as the Senior Citizens Transportation Fund, which we've mentioned. There are programs that are detrimental to the community that have been supported essentially by the city and put upon the people by the city with really very little understanding on the part of the board members. And there are programs such as the Senior Citizens Transportation Fund, which we've mentioned, which we attempted to get pushed through this board or pushed through the city, in which the city rejects through its various bureaucratic rules and so forth and so on. It's very difficult to talk about anything so concrete as someone here being given some side money. But it is very easy to see that the Model Cities program, after 3 years of operation in the city of Oakland and West Oakland in particular, has done essentially nothing for the people other than put in some streets and a few bus stations that will protect people from the rain partially. I definitely feel that
like I said, I'm going to let her talk about situations in the black community. Let's see how many times she points the finger at the black man to get her point across what's wrong with the black community. Now, this woman talked about welfare was put in place and how man was living off. She talked about how whatever was put in place is not being utilized properly. I had set it up where, you know, she was Cynthia G was saying something, then I was just going to go from what she said to let her speak to answer what she had said. But this woman has said, it's so sad because I only have like 2 people in my life. 2 little people in my life, and one of the persons is constantly putting goofy shit there. Who am I? I have 2 people in my life. Who am I? I only got 180 some subscribers, and I'll be losing subscribers. Why are you here being mad at what I'm talking about when I'm talking about real shit? What would happen if Cynthia G and Meeche X and others who hate black men promoted black love and spoke a different type of conversation? Elaine, she looks in this one, she looks like she's like Indian. Y'all know once you have a little percent of black and you're black, right?
that is directly related or indirectly related to the whole scheme of still attempting to make the party look as though we're the hoodlums or thugs or criminals.
Still defending black men to make us look like this. Let's see what you guys say.
We would hope that we could pass more proposals of that sort. We would have to know what it is that people want first, and then we would be able to have proposals given to the city council from there.
The Black Panther Party has been feeding people and clothing people and feeding breakfast for children programs for over 2.5 years. And whether it's election time or not, this in itself indicates that we'll be doing this beyond election time, but we'll be increasing the programs on a massive quantitative scale, especially if we take seats in city council seats or housing board seats of any kind.
I remember being in college just watching a lot of these articles and these documentaries. Like I say, man, you got books for reason, not writing rhymes, folks. We gotta get our shit together. When I say we scamming, we gotta get the scam thing going. I put that, we gotta get the scam thing going. We got politicians all day. We gotta get the scam thing going. You want to build nonprofit organizations and stuff like that? We gotta get the scam thing going. We gotta get the scam thing going. Let's get organized so we can really scam folks. If that's what we do, scam, then let's organize and get the scam of this decade, the century of a lifetime, and let's get this shit that they owe us. We've been playing the game for far too long. Now let's really play the game. And let's win. But it's not about attacking and trying to destroy one another. No, it's not. I think I'm just going to. I've never seen this. I'm just pulled this up. I'm just watching this for the first time with you folks. Okay. I just said, let me pull up a light skin, one of our light skin blacks. I could have pulled up a Silas Shakur. Oh God. I know the name I'm trying to get out. I could have pulled her up, but no, I pulled up Elaine. I just pulled up Elaine. Small heavy hitter. What's that woman's name? Somebody help me out in the chat. Not Silas Shakur though. Angela Davis? Yeah. Is it Angela Davis? Anyway.
These materials that will serve the interests of the people. For instance, programs for council. There's one proposal that was brought up last night, as a matter of fact, after the new members were seated for the board, and that was to have a youth involvement program that would give drug counseling, medical care, psychiatric counseling, educational things like that.
You talk about mental health, right?
Are you pleased with the results of that?
Bible Conference, Saturday, June 24th at the Oakwood Auditorium. The Black Panther Party, with many other groups and organizations, has organized another community survival conference with 10,000 free full bags of groceries, while at the same time pushing the voter registration drive forward by hopefully registering over 10,000 voters and administering free 10,000 or more sickle cell anemia tests.
This is 1972. Was that 50 years ago? $50 years ago, right? So what did we talk about 50 years later? Let's find out. What did we talk about 50 years later? Huh, folks? What did we talk about 50 years later? That's what our women will talk about in their natural form. What we talk about 50 years later? This is what our women talk about 50 years later.
Now my mic is working. Okay, sorry, y'all. Now my mic is working. Okay. Let me go on with this. All right. You in the most dangerous environment so they can get some money back.
You might be asking yourself, can you actually create high quality live streams for free?
Where's the protection?
Like I said, folks, I'm going to enjoy doing the breakdown of what did we talk about right now. Going back to what I said, what would happen if Cynthia G, Meeche X, and others who hate black men promoted black love? I didn't even see this video. I just skipped all the way down. I'm just grabbing, I'm just skipping. I'm just grabbing, I'm skipping, because I know I can grab, skipping, and have something to say about whatever I see. And what I'm seeing right here is her trying to make a distinction between what black men having hate and pimping a woman. But don't you understand that was Hollywood? See, how you using this, and you know Hollywood was in control, and Hollywood not only was in control, but Hollywood want to brainwash us to think that this is what we supposed to be and how we supposed to live. And they fund individuals to be this shit. You folks understand that slavery was real. Whatever tactics they used with slavery, they used it as we was free, and they used the slave tactics still. The overabundance of sex. They know that's real. You know, they know what the power of the sex is. They know the power of whatever tactic they use to keep us Willie Lynch the fuck down. They use it. And for you to be using this right now, as I gotta go, I'm going to dip into it, but for you to be using this right now for your proof and of putting to talk to your ladies and masses to prove to them that they don't need us and they hate us. Oh, this is like I don't even know where you're going with this, but this already seemed low. I went to footage of Elaine Brown and the Black Panther movement, their show of solidarity to one another and their love for one another. And like I said, let's go to her. Let's see what she's talking, and let's see what this woman is talking. This chick is talking.
Where were the Black Panthers in 1971 when Iceberg Slim was running around pimping all these black women? Since y'all like to bring up the Black Panthers,
and I swear to God, yo, God is good. Yo, did you peep that shit? I had no clue. I don't know. Yo, this is like I said, I'm going to rewind. I'm going with it. She said, where were the Black Panthers at? Holy crap. Holy crap. The devil is real. I'm really nice with this, folks. I swear to you. Let me pull. I gotta pull my face up. I did not review this live of hers. Where I pulled it up is where I stopped watching it. I just watched a little bit of the beginning and up to that 15. I only got whatever minutes I got into, maybe like 9. And then I watched it just now with you, and then I just skipped down to that part right there. I just skipped down. I just skipped down because I just saw the face and I said, "Oh, let me stop right here. What's she talking about?" And then that's what she talked about. Then she said, "For those who use the Black Panther." Now I got to rewind and see what she's saying because I just used the Black Panthers. I just used them. I just used the lane. I used the Black Panthers as the men. I used the female Black Panther. I wasn't even talking about the men. I'm talking about the female. I talking about the light-skinned woman. So when she talked about the Black Panthers, she was talking about the men. But as Black Panthers, there was women as well. So you said for those, let me let her say it for herself, but she said for those who like to use the Black Panthers, where were the Black Panthers at? It was female Black Panthers as well. So now I'm gonna go tell you where the Black Panthers at. The Black Panthers up in the street corners with their guns, letting them hoodlums know that was coming to an end. The Black Panthers in the corners where the drug dealers, letting them know where that shit gonna come to an end. Then you had some Black Panther that was infiltrated, and that lifestyle also came in as well because you can't stop a lot of that hustle. Period. That's a wave. Once you allow somebody to smoke a little joint in there, that's it. Once you allow a little bit of this and a little bit of that, it's a wrap. You know how niggas can get. But for you to say where were they at, you wasn't born in that time. You have no clue because they will never really tell you the seriousness of what they have done and what they did do. The white media is not going to tell you all that. So for her to even go there, folks, I can't wait to stay. I'm going to stay on this video. I'm going to stay on this video because now we talking. Now we talking. Let's talk. Let's talk. What is she saying right here?
oh yeah, they were mostly Black women. Oh yeah, that's why they weren't there. Because they were mostly Black women. And so Black women would have only got pimped by Iceberg Slim. That's why the Black Panthers ain't came and did nothing. Where was the Deacons of Defense, though? Where was the Deacons of Defense to stop Iceberg Slim from putting these women in a death trap? Since y'all were the protectors, Y'all were screaming out feminism in the 1970s. It sounds like Black women needed feminism because you were pimping them. Because you were setting them out there on death traps, exploiting their bodies for profit, monetizing the lust that men of no color have towards. Where was the protection there? Where was it? Where? I want to know when Black men were protecting Black women. Can we get a date? Can we get a time? Can we? Where? Iceberg Slim out here beating, pimping Black women. Ain't no Black man said nothing, but how can I get up here and be a pimp? Because I want to feel like God too.
Many pimps insist upon a minimum. That means that a girl cannot show that she's got a C note. C note, if she's flatbacking. Flatbacking means just straight sex, on your back. C note is $100. Why does a prostitute need a pimp? Most of the prostitutes that I've known and the ones that I've controlled needed me because of my notoriety. They were fascinated and bewitched by my phony glamour, the poisonous pimp.
You know, hear him say his phony glamour. Much like how Kanye West was a phony billionaire. Because we watch him lose his so-called billionaire status overnight. He said he was a phony. They're pretending.
Yo. And if y'all really take time out to, I'm going to rewind and listen to this shit on my own when I end this live in a few seconds. I'm going to end this live to really listen to this bitch, this witch, who's putting a spell on you folks. Because if I listen to his words and he say this phony glamour, because that's the phony facade that y'all love. Y'all like the phony image. Look at the image. You think I'm lying? You like the phony image. Want to see a phony image? You go phony image. What's that? 131. I'm going to show you a phony image. This is a phony image. Y'all like phony images. You like phony images. So men, I had a girlfriend one time, she said, yo, you have to learn how to be fake. She says, you a little too real. You got to learn how to be fake. He said the phony image, the phony fashion, the whole gear, all this shit. You think that's what he really wanted to wear and shit? No, that's the phony gear because that's what you like. That's what you're attracted to. That's what lures you in. And then all he have to do is open his mouth and go from there and then show a few dollars, then you in. But where's the men to protect the women from that? That's what they want. You think not? Let's go on to the YouTube. Let me go into women stretching. Because I don't know why, but ever since I've been working out, all I just keep getting up on my thing is women stretching out now. And this just driving me fucking crazy because I'm like, yo, they really got prostitutes on this internet shit. They took them off Backpage and they really put these prostitutes, okay? They put these prostitutes on the internet. The prostitutes are now on YouTube. They took them off Backpage and now they got them on YouTube. I don't watch so much stuff. That's just really going good. And of course, you got to open it up. I'm a dude. You got to open this up. Okay? I'll be a fool not to open it up. And then I'll also be a fool too. Oh my God. See, this is a new one. Okay? You need to put the screen on me. Put the screen on me. You go right here. So that's my man Tank Davis. And then hip opener stretch. Let's go right here. Let's tap it. This, I want you to hear music. See all those likes? I didn't do that. I think I did the dislike. I'm going to show you all the likes. So see all the likes? 206,000. You hear the music in the background? Okay, so let's just keep it going. And so you know that I'm not wilding out. Let's just keep it going. Let me catch another one. It's probably going to be another one. Once you press one, they just keep popping up. I was looking at bear attacks. I was looking at some other shit. Okay. Okay, which one you want? You want this one? Just trying to get a free. Okay, let's go to that one real quick. Now it's not available. It was just available. I just watched it 2 seconds ago. Okay, this video is not available now. Understand what I'm saying? All right, it was just available. It said, just trying to get a free hot dog. And now it's not available. So, Meeche, your video got snatched down. Cynthia, your video got snatched down. Look, this woman's video got snatched down too. Why? Because this is not acceptable no more. Like, yo, what is going on? Just to get a hot dog. Just trying to get a free hot dog. I just watched that video today. And I just seen the video a few hours ago. Like, what the hell? Let me give you one last one. Let me give you one last one. Let me give you one last one. She's going to talk about the Black Panthers. Let me give you one last one.
Demons that call themselves human beings who are misleading people. And they're getting over as human beings. And they're not human beings, they're demons, which is hip-hop stuff. And now you got a whole bunch of other people who are pulling our children away from righteousness down the path of drugs. All those people are drug addicts. Every time we overcome another drug, he invents another. And unless we stand up and fight against it, we will perish. Nations before you have perished. Whole nations of people have been wiped out by this man. He is trying to wipe you out, trying to eliminate your total existence with falsehood and lies. And he's succeeding in doing it. Unless you rebel against him and establish your own kingdoms, teach your own children, feed your own women. You got to do this yourself, because the man is not going to help you. Stop fooling yourself. Stop trying to be like him. You better come up with solutions to the problem, because the time is running out. A whole bunch of demons that call themselves human beings.
See, I do that so that you can understand what we up against. And so you can't have these demon servants talking to you and they kicking real demonic shit still in the ear in a different level. Hate is hate. Because no matter what, where you leading the people, where you leading the women to. At the end result, Cynthia G, where you going to lead the women? Where you want them to go?
How Black people have been abusively treated and how men of no color continue.
Research shows people remember commercials with nostalgia. So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual customizes your...
Continue to lust for Black females. Don't they already don't they tell y'all oh, well, don't nobody want you. These men don't want you. But then they monetize men of no color's desire for you. They monetized it. They monetized it. They knew men of no color always wanted you, still do. Still do. They've been known it. And they knew it back when you was pimping them to him. Let me read it again. The black pimp had to similarly overcome his outrage over how he had been treated as a slave and as a black man, how black people had been abusively treated, and how white males continue to lust for black females. So in order for him to be a pimp back in the day, he had to not care about the fact that men of no color were lusting after black women, because he sure couldn't do anything to stop it. So all he could do is pimp you to him and monetize men of no desires, men of no color's desire. Black men can't do that now, and that's why they have a problem with you being with men of no color, because they ain't got no control over it. The black pimp, in shattering the bond of attachment to white males and the bonds of mental enslavement, essentially said, I don't want to be like you and will no longer allow you to have control over me. Listen, black men ain't never said that. That's still in their psyche. That is the only thing that they want. The only thing that black men want is to be like men of no color. The only thing. So I don't even understand why this has been put in here. Maybe their plan was to pretend like they didn't want to be like men of no color. Oh, but you wanted to be like men of no color, and you still do. He believed that to play the role assigned to him by the white man was like selling his soul to the devil. Besides, this was a role which smacked of being a slave. Part of this chattering process was to stop praying to the white man's God, the white Jesus. To do so was like sinfully praying to the white man himself, a form of blasphemy. That's exactly what it is. And black women who are Christians do it all day, every day. Black men who are Christians do it all day, every day. Don't act like you ain't got no huge white image of a white Jesus in every black church. Yes, painting him black is not going to change what's already in your subconscious mind. If you are worshiping a white image of a white Jesus, you are worshiping the image of a white man. It don't matter whether you're black man, white man, mixed. It don't matter. You're still doing it. You're still doing it.
Oh, goodness gracious, goodness gracious, goodness gracious. Okay, let me take a look, see. Okay. All right, folks, let's make it big. See the blonde here. See the black here. See the hair all the way down here. See the straightness. See it, right? If you look at her face, you can see a whole lot of makeup. You see a shitload of makeup. See the shitload of red lipstick. If we had a real studio up in there, we had lights in there, some real lights and stuff like that. We was videotaping this with the real cameras. How light do you think she would look? She would look like she's Puerto Rican. She would be extremely light skinned. Put the lights on her, she would be extremely light skinned. Why do I say that? She already given an image of what she want to be. And as she's talking about the other part, is really what she means about self. And that's why you gotta watch what you say when you have real men or real people who's paying attention, real men and women who's paying attention. I hope you women catch this, and I hope you women can really address this. This is the Jezebel spirit. No good. No good. I'm really going to break. I'm glad I came across this video. I'm going to do another video on this. I'm going to spend some time on this video. I go to court with a fool. I got to go to court with a fool. He's a fool. Umar Johnson's definitely a fool. I got to go to court with the fool. So I go to court next week. I pray everything goes accordingly. I hope everything goes right. I pray that, I get 12 times whatever it is I deserve. And when I come back, I'm coming back like a storm. I ain't got too much time to talk about goofy shit, but I definitely have time to address this right here because black women have always been the black man's welfare. What you think you was created for? Huh? You really think that you was created for us to worship you? Huh? You and then you was created for us to worship you when you in a fictitious fake form? You're not even in your real form. And you expect us to sit back and worship you? Your Q, man. I know she's advertising the schools, INX. I know they advertising, but you really need to check Shorty, bro. Like, really need to check Shorty. She's really out of control. She's a disease to the black community. She's a real disease to this black community. But our women need to check her as well. You are in the most fakest form ever. What are you talking?
He believes that the white man's God was the white man's own evil creation, since the Revelation 1:14-15 indicated that Jesus was black. It actually don't indicate that Jesus is black.
Prostitution was legalized. That the top echelon
I'm about to end this.
Would do well because they have the experience and expertise necessary to organize and to open houses. What it would do also, it would mean.
This is Iceberg Slim, y'all. This is Iceberg Slim. He admitted that he's been a pimp for 25, 30 years and got a damn thing to show for it. Nothing. He ain't got nothing to show for it. How many communities do you think Iceberg Slim built? How many schools, hospitals, grocery stores in the black community? How many of them did Iceberg Slim build? Because he said what made him want to be a pimp is he wanted to feel like God, he wanted chains, he wanted cars, he wanted jewelry. Ain't built no community stuff. He ain't built no communities. There ain't no difference from a black pastor and a pimp. Not one. Not.
We're going to pick up on this on another time. Like I said, this is definitely a 3-part story. Black man has always been black woman's always been black man's welfare. Is this building up the black community, or is this going back to these days to talk about when crime and idolizing that crime world was the only thing that we have to look forward to when we turned on the TV, watching these crackers in their worst form, being taught and trained by these crackers in their worst form, showing us all the luxury of life, whether it's from the white people working and having a good life, or the white people doing gangster mob stuff, having a good life. Of course, this man who coming from probably nothing, who don't have it in his mind and heart to be an activist or revolutionary, but yet to just want the fame or the money. Remember, slavery was 100 years ago from then. And in that time, he was born from this time right here in the 70 something he's a grown man. So you know, take away his age, you know, it wasn't that his grandparents was. He probably have a grandparent or two who was a slave. These modern day folks talking, man, it's easy to critique shit, but you don't analyze it in the right, proper perspective. And that's why you can't lead the sheep. You can't lead the herd. Because your analyzation is generalizing and running from there, as opposed to really analyzing the root cause, the root issue. And when you go to the root cause and root issue, it's because of the white man and what he promoted and he wanted this man to be, because he knew that this future generation would be exactly what he needs to go right back to slavery, because you will be the ones who say, he's right here, take his dumb ass, I don't want him no more. So with that being said, what would happen if Cynthia G and Meeche X and others who hate black men promoted black love? Thank y'all for your listening ear, your support. I will be jumping back into this topic again. I was going to do a live on Umar Johnson and him and his escapades of running around partying. But you know what? I'm going to enjoy more is going to court next week and dealing with that court case, because I know where everything will be heading from there on. I will be knowing if I would be let me get this off the screen real quick. I will be knowing as a or Wednesday, whether I will be getting my finances or if I'll be plotting and scheming for a threat and going to jail and most likely spend a year in there. Because it's going to be a felony charge. But hopefully the judge will see and give me what I need, and I don't have to go to the next level, because I'm not playing. First day of school, I will be there if I don't get my bread. I swear, I will be there. So, and I'm already put in here. That's why I'm already, see, look, I'm already doing my workout. I'm getting already into zone. I'm already getting to my push-up zone. All right, folks? I'm already getting into my push-up zone, Umar. Just in case I have to go back in, then I'll be already in the zone. So when I do go in and I finally get my bed and looking at doing nothing in the world, then I say, well, I'm already doing 2,000 a day. I might as well do 2,500 a day. Oh, I'm doing 2,500 a day. I might as well do 3,000 a day. And then when I get out, I'll be looking super duper crazy. Like, yo, damn, dude, how old are you? I'll be looking crazy. And then I'm going to come back. And when I come back, where's my motherfucking money again? Because at this point, it's going to be fun now. So I was going to go into the whole Umar Johnson thing, but I ain't got it in me right now to talk about it, because these chicks then took so much energy out of me just listening to them. And listen to the amount of hate that they have. I ain't got time right now to show hate on him or show tough love on him. But he's somewhere running around trying to get boots from some chick. Why he owes me money, bro. And that really bothers me. So I don't feel like wasting no time going into it. I'm just going to enjoy sitting in that courtroom. I'm going to enjoy going to that courtroom and present my evidence and asking certain questions, because I'm going to ask certain questions for the people. I am the vox for the people as of next week. I will find out some information for you. I need to know how much money Umar Johnson has raised. You know what? I almost want to just end this live and go into that other live. I think I'm going to do that. Fuck it, why not? Peace.